Hey everybody, welcome to Houdini Hangout. It is the 2nd of May. We've got a guest with us tonight. Should be a very interesting walkthrough of some pretty cool projects. I've already just seen a couple little glimpses of his of the node networks and things like that. It looks like they're going to be pretty crazy. So hopefully we'll get some fun stuff to be able to learn and stuff tonight. So anyways, I just got back from Germany, so I wasn't around last week, so sorry that I wasn't streaming, but got to meet, hey, Zach, nice to have you, and Rigmarolling, nice to have you guys both with us. I was in Germany. I feel like I got some sort of European virusy bug thing, and I've been like achy and sick the past couple of days. So this is like an absolute gift that Mark is with us tonight. So I don't have to use my brain too much and can just kind of, heckle from the back or whatever. But before we dive too far into anything, some of you may have seen some kind of sad news that came out. There was a guy named Ben Mears who actually passed away. He was part of our side effects family. This is just a picture of Ben and the rest of our crew. Some education people, some marketing people from side effects, and a couple other people that we're close with. He passed away this past weekend, kind of in an accident, motorcycle accident. But the reason I mainly bring it up isn't to kind of bring the stream down, but Ben was kind of one of the people that encouraged me from the very beginning of streaming, and encouraged me to get to apply for the job that I have now at Side Effects. So Ben's right there in the middle, and I just wanted to just kind of send a thank you out to Ben for everything that he's done for not only me, but the rest of the community. If you're in the game dev world and you've done anything with Houdini and game dev, Ben has been huge on that. He was with the company from 2015. So and would run a lot of the online, social media presence and things like that. So he'd always be liking and retweeting and stuff. So there's a pretty good chance that if you found this through some other means or through side effects, that it was probably Ben that sent you my way. So yeah, it's a huge loss for us, but Ben was an awesome dude. He's going to be super missed. I'm super glad that I got to meet him and know him, and just grateful. And so I don't know. I don't really know what else to say, but just thank you, Ben, and for everything that he did for not only me, but for everybody that streams and everybody that's kind of in the wider Houdini community. It's going to be a big kind of hole to fill. But that is Ben, and he was an awesome guy. So just wanted to put that out there for everybody, just to get a little behind the scenes on what's going on there. Yes, there is also a GoFundMe. You can find that information through Side Effects' page. There's a little thing right on the front page. And yeah, please, he leaves a wife behind, and so anything that you give will be passed along to her. So just an awesome guy, and just really going to miss having him around at the different events out there. But so I just wanted to start off that way. I know it's kind of a little bit of a downer, but kind of just dedicate, this stream really is something that he did. So kind of getting us off the ground. So, but anyways, let's move on to maybe some happier stuff and some things that I think we are all kind of more here for. I have Mark Fancher with us tonight, and he's going to be walking us through some of the XFL graphics. So, Mark, welcome to the stream, and thanks for taking some time to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here, and I'm excited to look at some stuff.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, the honor is all mine. So thank you very much. I mean, you've got some awesome stuff. I've seen, the work that you guys have been doing for, several years now at least, and kind of been on my radar just in general. And just you guys have been kind of putting out some awesome work with Already Been Chewed and just in general. So yeah, it's awesome to be able to kind of see it all broken down. So yeah, so what are your thoughts for kind of what you're going to show us tonight, and just kind of maybe give a little tease for what we're going to see here.
Well, do you want to see? Okay, so I have the video, the YouTube video. I can throw that up if you
Great.
want to.
Yeah, why don't you throw that up in your screen, and I'll kind of hand things over to you here. So let me there you go. It is all yours right now.
So I'm gonna play this without any sound on because I think it might be a licensed track, and I don't want to like get it flagged.
Get
But
me demonetized.
yeah,
Yeah, it's cool.
but I can just kind of talk over it.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna hit the play button, and this is a piece that we put together for the XFL for ESPN. So the XFL is like an alternative to the NFL, basically, but it's football. It's a version of football, and we just did this brand film, and a lot of these assets wound up being sort of used as cuts between different, aspects of the gameplay. Like they would cut to this during a replay or kind of switch back and forth. So some of these elements I worked on, and I just thought it would be kind of cool to go over some of the techniques that I discovered or implemented while working on this. So you
Cool.
can see it's a lot of sims, a lot of black and white, and a lot
Yeah.
of movement.
Sure, sure. Just from like a creative standpoint, since this is sort of the world that I come from, as far as like in the in the broadcast and kind of MoGraph world, like what was the brief that you guys were given for this? Kind of how did this come about? How did that all work?
You know, that's a good question. I'm not actually 100% sure how we landed this job because I'm not involved with that side of it.
Sure,
But
sure.
my boss Barton and our sales people Donnie and Ariel are just insane at finding clients. Like I
That's
don't
cool.
know how they do it, but they just get cool clients for
I
us a
guess
lot.
like what was the creative brief like that you guys were given? Were you given like graphics to work off of, or were you just kind of like, hey, play around and come up with some stuff? Just how did that kind of work out?
Yeah, it was cool. It was surprising because they had amazing style boards. I guess they have a pretty like hefty internal design team, and they cranked out some amazing style boards for us, and we were like, wow, like these are extremely inspiring. I should have grabbed a couple of them maybe, but I don't know if I would be allowed to show that anyways. But a
That's
lot
okay.
of these boards are very close to it, very close to what the style boards were that they provided us. So it was a matter of like kind of taking what that image looked like and then imagining how we would form that image. So for example, um, this knit right here, if I just kind of freeze right here, this is
Mm-hmm.
basically aside from these like waves that come on the outside where you see the weave actually forming, the style board that we got, like this portion of the frame is almost exactly what the style board looked like. I tried to nail that as
Yeah.
closely as I could, but then form it out of nothing. So kind of using this type of a um, technique to kind of land on it. And then they said they wanted it to resolve to a shirt, to part of the jersey. So
Gotcha.
this
Okay, cool.
was,
So they had some pretty specific, style frames and stuff like that they had given you then.
yeah, and we more or less like we some of them we hit pretty loosely. Other ones we just sort of took inspiration and kind of took it in a different direction. Um, this one as well was pretty close to an example that they had provided to us, where there's this rock in the background. Um, and this is sort of like uh, I think the style board that we got was pretty much like, well, it was pretty much like this, except the X was aligned and we weren't like breaking the rock apart. But it was just like sort
Sure.
of what kind of ideas do we get out of this? And so this was sort of one of the first ideas that I had for this was like, well, what if these letters come together and
Oh, sorry there for a second. I think we might have lost Mark. Hold on one second here. Just let me try to reconnect with him there real quick. Sorry about that. Uh-oh. I'm getting a message on the back channels here. Let's see. All right, we'll get Mark reconnected here. Give me one moment. All right, we'll disconnect him and give him a chance to reconnect again here. All right, I think we've got him back here. Why don't you share